Yeah, we were just talking about the wildfire situation and how crazy it is that they spent $24 billion last year on the homeless. What did they spend on preventing these wildfires? Zip. And then on top of that, they cut the water off. It's so frustrating.
Gavin Newsom says he's moving on from appearing on Joe Rogan's podcast. I want him to do it so badly because I want Joe Rogan to ask him about his hustling comments this week. Gavin Newsom, fresh off playing a black guy on a NBA podcast. Do we have that clip? It's one of the funniest clips, man. Oh my gosh. Is that it? Is that in the stack here? If not, then we should grab it. So Gavin Newsom, we did a little research on this. Gavin Newsom, who's a Nepo baby, whose daddy was a big-time hotshot white shoe lawyer for a bunch of billionaires, who all of his friends were billionaires, who one of his first things that he did was like go start a winery, a vineyard. Gavin Newsom, who grew up in a $4 million house in the Bay Area. And Gavin Newsom, who was hand-selected by the billionaire class of California to run for governor, did something remarkable this week. He decided to go on a black podcast, and I say that because the hosts are black, right? And do what every Democrat always does in these situations, which is to totally change the affectation of his voice, to totally change whatever, like his entire background, his whole story, to pull his own version of Kamala Harris. I worked the fries at McDonald's. To this day, Kamala Harris has provided zero receipts that she worked at McDonald's. McDonald's says they have no record of Kamala Harris working at McDonald's. It's working class stolen valor. And this is boys from the hood stolen valor. This is from the block stolen valor. Okay? Ghetto stolen valor from Gavin Newsom. It's amazing to watch. And it's amazing to see how this is what they always do. They're doing it with Mandami right now. The through line is perfect for this. Democrats have no sense of self. It is a nihilistic, self-loathing worldview, actually. They have no sense of who they actually, they have no moral compass. And a lot of this stems from your relationship with God. If you have no relationship with God, no relationship with your creator, then you won't know where you're from, and you won't know where you're going, and you won't know who you are. 60% of Democrats say they believe in God. It's barely half. So at those numbers, you have just you truly have a godless, listless, wandering party in the desert. And so you're just gonna have, again, no sense of who you actually are. And this is why they always genuflect, whether you're in front of a black church. Joe Biden literally, you remember the photos of Joe Biden kneeling in front of the black church? Joe Biden's there. He literally gets down on his knees in front of these churches. Like, what the hell are you doing, bro? It's so humiliating to watch. It's so cringe. And it says so much about you, about how reptilian you are really as a person, what a chameleon you are, like how there's just nothing real for you. You're just going to change. It says so much about you. Anyway, it's completely cringe. Here's Gavin Newsom, Nepo baby, billionaire baby, hand selected by the billionaire class of California. Father, white shoe lawyer, father, grew up in a $4 million house, explaining his childhood. Here we go.
Also, it was also about paying the bills, man. And it was just like hustling. And so I was out there kind of raising myself, turning on the TV, started, just getting obsessed, sitting there with the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of,
it's like the White Stack 5 story.
Come on. Macaroni and cheese.
Wonder Bread and mac and cheese.
Young YG.
YG,
man.
Every day in the backyard, just bouncing the basketball, throwing the ball against the wall until the ball is just like fraying, man. And your arms fall off. That's it, whole thing. So just, and then, then this student that was shitty student is in the back with his head down, all of a sudden started throwing the baseball a little faster than everyone else. And started, make a few free throws because I was sitting there practicing 500 of them every damn night. And in high school, I look up in the stands, my dad's back up there.
Okay, dope.
And it's like,
oh, wow.
Man. And then he's bringing his friends. And and you're captain of the team, and you're like, gee, you know, and it just saved me, and it got me into college.
It saved me. It saved me. Okay, come on. I know it. I know it. Look at this. Gavin Newsom's family buys $9 million mansion in posh town. Look at that. It has a guest house. It has a walk-in closet and a swimming pool and a spa. A hidden mansion. Was this where Gavin was hustling with his Wonder Bread, wondering if Daddy would show up for him? Yeah, your dad did show up for you. He bought you a $5 million mansion. I don't think this is his boyhood home. Where's Ashley? Ashley did all this research. Get me all the research. Gavin Newsom's boyhood home is still it is listed for $4 million right now. This is where the Gavin Newsom boyhood home is hilarious. Because it's up in this nestled, beautiful neighborhood with all these trees around it. It does look similar to this. It's like this is Newsom's childhood home, where he was practicing, we was throwing the basketball. You know, it's Boys from the Hood, listed for $3.6 million. This is where Gavin Newsom was making stacks of Wonder Bread. Look, it's only got a small gate. The gate is so small. Other homes have bigger gates. This is Gavin Newsom was eating his mac and cheese and wondering if Daddy will show up for him with his frayed basketballs. I wonder if can you see Gavin Newsom with a tinfoil grill and a do-rag? With his rap music, but not too loud, right? Because the neighbors will call the HOA. Not too loud, kind of like the Office Space thing, right? Where he has to turn down Busta Rhymes, right? If any black person walks by, he turns it down. Oh wow, this is the Wonder Bread kitchen. Oh, it's terrible. Is this where where Gavin Newsom decided to start his vineyard? Just like most young black disaffected Americans. Oh wow, was like the hand blown glass fish there. Yeah, look at Gavin Newsom's small. Oh wow, Boys from the Hood. You know, I wonder if EBT covers the hand blown glass fish there. Let's keep going. Let's do a home review of Gavin Newsom's childhood home. Oh, was this Gavin's library? Oh, it must have been so hard. His stacks of Aristotle he was reading. Goodness, doesn't have he just didn't have just a small nook up in the attic. That's where Gavin was spitting his verses. Oh, just a very small. It's a very small balcony, Juliet balcony, to overlook the sequoias. Just like any young black kid on welfare, you have a very small. They're not even go back one. Like, could you imagine how embarrassing it must have been to grow up here, where the other balconies in the other homes are much bigger. The teak Juliet balconies, hand hewn to overlook your sequoia tree, they're much larger. How it must have been so embarrassing for Gavin Five Stacks, for G Nizzle to like sip his old English up here, right? It must have been so tough for him. Oh yes, here's Gavin Newsom at that age. This is Gavin Newsom. This is physically Gavin Newsom at that age, with his cravat, with his cravat that is from Bloomingdale's. Like, what is that? It's like a famous pattern from like a fancy English company. What is it? I'm not fancy enough. What is this? The producers. Yeah, Gavin. This is an actual photo of Gavin Newsom writing his 8 Mile raps. Yeah. Boys from the HOA is what it's called. Yeah. Sipping my Merlot and Chronic. My Merlot and caviar. Goodness gracious. It's a yes, there it is. It's a Burberry scarf. Thank you. It's an effing Burberry scarf. There it is. Thank you. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Danny. Danny, congratulations. Thank you. Burberry. It's Gavin Newsom sitting here. This is his high school yearbook. He wins best dressed. You have that photo of Gavin Newsom and his douchebag friends? Oh, there you go. Yeah. So here's Gavin Newsom and his scumbag friends. A bunch of douche nozzles here. Look at this. These are all the Getty billionaire heirs. This was Gavin Newsom as he's explaining to the Black podcast that he's Gavin G Nizzle 5 stacks with his Wonder Bread. Look at children of the rich. These are the Getty billionaires. The Andrew Getty and Billy Getty, oil baron billionaire friends. Gavin Newsom's dad was the lawyer. He does absolutely look like Patrick Bateman out of American Psycho there, doesn't he? Go ahead and check in here on the Burberry scarf, shall we? Oh, only a pittance, a $645 scarf. Surprised you can't get this on EBT. These are not the EBT Snap, not available on Snap. Gavin Newsom is there on a podcast telling these NBA players, these former NBA players, that he had to hustle and that he had to sit there and hustle and grind, and he grew up in the struggle, and he wasn't even sure if daddy was going to show up for him, and he had to sit there with his Wonder Bread and his mac and cheese, and he was throwing the ball so hard because he had nothing else. He was just hustling, man. Look at him eat it up. Look at him eat it up, too. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you're just like us. Bro, you got to throw up that. And then this was actually Gavin Newsom in that era. Gavin Newsom in that era. Like, I want to debate Gavin Newsom, man. Charlie went too soft on this guy. I want to debate Gavin Newsom. I'll bring the Burberry scarf photo. Gavin Newsom's wearing a $700 scarf. That's a $700 scarf that Gavin Newsom's wearing as he's telling that story about hustling. Got it. Okay, got it. Danny keeps sending this video about some guy during COVID talking about the hustle. So I guess we got to play it. I guess. He says this is the Gavin Newsom. Here we go. The Gavin Newsom story.
During the pandemic, my lifestyle drastically changed. My income came to a screeching halt. You have to understand, I'm a hustler. I'm a legit entrepreneur. I sell things. I come in contact with people all the time. I have to stay safe. I didn't have a choice but to trust the vaccine. If you live the type of lifestyle that I live, you out here in these streets and you hustling, an entrepreneur like me, why not do it safely? So I want everybody to take this seriously. Take a shot at staying healthy. Get the vaccine.
Can we do whiteface? Are we allowed to do that? ALX, are we going to get canceled for doing whiteface? Can we do a face swap with Gavin Newsom on that ad? Because it's the same thing. It's the exact same message. Can we just do a face swap, please? Jerry did a face swap with Steve Martin. Come on, guys. If we used it in our meme chat, you just jump into the meme chat and find it. We did a face swap with Steve Martin. I won't let it go without Steve Martin. This wasn't even what we were planning on talking about here. We want to talk about Gavin Newsom and Joe Rogan. But I'm trying to explain to you why Gavin Newsom won't go on Joe Rogan's show. Okay? We want to just explain that. I think this is like critically important to explain. All right, producers. It's there in the meme. It's there in the meme chat. It's so funny. It's fun. Maybe we'll jump into the Rogan clips first. But it's Gavin Newsom saying he was born a poor black child. We need to face swap. We need to white face this guy and put Gavin Newsom's face on it. There we go, boys. There we go. Remember the what is it called? The idiot? Oh, the jerk. That's right. The jerk. There it is. Here's Gavin Newsom as Steve Martin. Here we go.
It was never easy for me. I was born a poor black child.
All right. Perfect. Gavin Newsom saying that Joe Rogan's being mean to me. Let's go.
He won't. Look, he hasn't for years and years. He's been attacking me, and it's one way, and he won't have me on. He's consistently not having me on. By the way, I'm moving on. I have no interest.
You're done with him?
Joe Rogan's the Facebook of podcasting. He was sitting across one of the brightest minds in podcasting right now. The guy was in the mic. And there are a lot of people at the mic doing extraordinary things in podcasting.
Joe Rogan's got a pretty big audience still, though.
You know what? But with all due respect, if he has a big audience but he doesn't have big enough confidence, I didn't go there, to have me on.
Well, you've called him a chicken.
He's been attacking but here's the thing. These guys, they all have something in common. It's one way. They attack, they belittle, they demean, they take things out of context. But this is a serious thing.
Yeah.
And so often we just sit back and go, oh, God, I really would love to go on. Oh, if Kamala Harris just went on Joe Rogan, she would have won. It's not. It's so much deeper than that. And the unwillingness for a guy like that to even have the common courtesy to attack someone and not have the decency to say, you know what, why don't you have a chance to come on? Let's have a civil dialogue. I've watched you on podcasts with like Sean Ryan, who's a close buddy of his. He had the courage on me have 4 hours.
4 hours, right.
Sean Hannity, folks like that. And so if I can go on Sean Ryan and Sean Hannity, what are you worried about? Joe, you're going to cook me, or I'm going to cook myself.
Is this Gavin Newsom saying that Joe Rogan's washed up? So the angle here is that Joe Rogan is scared and that nobody listens to him and that Joe Rogan sucks. That's your angle? Your angle is that Joe Rogan's like dumb. I've seen this before. It's a rerun. What's a rerun? I've seen this before. Yeah, listen, go for it. I agree. I endorse it. I endorse Gavin Newsom in this strategy. Go for it. Attack Joe Rogan. I've seen this before. Attack Joe Rogan. Be an insufferable twat. Say that you're better than Joe Rogan and his, 100 million person audience, probably. And don't do the podcast. In fact, better yet, insult everyone who listens to Joe Rogan. Go for it. I love it. Do it with Fox News. Go for it. I think that this is a great and winning strategy. And then to continue to go on shows like that one on MSNBC, hosted by I don't even know who this creepy dude is. I've never seen this guy before in my life. Alex, who the hell is that even? What show was that? What show was that? I thought he was on Right Side Broadcasting for a second. What dumpy show is this? It's a goofball. Looks like he's about to get busted by Chris Hansen. Okay, cool. Anyway, Joe Rogan roasting Gavin Newsom. Funny. Let's go.
On Newsom's podcast yet? I heard it's really good. He would probably have me on. I'm not interested. I'd
like to be asked.
It's not like I'm opposed to talking to Democratic politicians. I'll talk to anybody. But that guy, I'm not interested. Yeah.
Rogan roasting Gavin Newsom. That would be great to see. I mean, I'm in favor of Gavin Newsom going on the Joe Rogan podcast because I feel like Joe Rogan would talk to him about the hustling comments and the 5 stacks and everything like that. But anyway, Joe Rogan has roasted Newsom a lot. Maybe this is why Newsom's not going on. Obviously, here we go.
Have any faith in Gavin Newsom?
Oh, yeah. Kind of funny because he wants to be
Gavin Newsom attacking Joe Rogan on his Stan account, Donald Trump. So this is the hottest thing they have going for them right now, Democrats. The spiciest and hottest thing going for Dems and libs right now is a Stan account, a bot account that takes Trump's way of saying things and communicating and just does it the same way, but a little dumber and for Democrats. This is the hottest thing they got going for them. Look at this, millions of views. Joe Rogan is a snack-sized podcaster who can't stop talking about me. Obsessed. Crush? No, thank you. But it's too a little homophobia there. Okay, I just like sprinkling with homophobia. Wait till you see what Don Lemon says about Megyn Kelly. Jeez, it's amazing how the mask comes off. Let his audience hear the truth. Just like Dozy Don, he often chickens out. I've never had any problems with the guy and wish the mini host the best life. I'll come on and will help save the show and his plummeting ratings. Gavin Newsom. Signed, Gavin Newsom. So Joe Rogan had a response to this. Let's go.
Coming on. He's talking some shit on Twitter.
I know. It's like, you think that's going to work? Like, that's so stupid. Like, this is such a bad look. It's such a bad choice.
There's a little desperation in it.
But it's just stupid. It's like, this is a bad strategy. Like, I probably would have had him on.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, nah, what are you doing?
There is a fun version where you just do it and cook them. You know?
He'll cook himself.
I mean, that seems to be
all you have to
happening.
do is just ask him questions.
Yeah, it's like, why are people leaving?
Well, why do you say this thing all the time where you rattle off all the good things about California? When anybody says something bad about California, it's like, #1 in Fortune 500 companies, #1 in higher education. It was all that shit before you were there. It was all that shit forever. It's because the weather's perfect, man. It has nothing to do with California.
So Joe Rogan would be a great, like, I don't know, maybe I do endorse Gavin Newsom going on Joe Rogan's podcast. We all are aware of why Kamala Harris didn't do it. And it's pretty, like, painfully obvious. Is that you can't keep up a lie for that long.